Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, a little bit of Madonna news. As we all know, Veronica Electronica was finally released after 27, 28 years. And some fans were excited, but other fans were like, why? Why now? I confess I didn't buy it because I already have all those mixes. I had Veronica Electronica, an expanded Veronica Electronica, way more than just one version of each song or 8 songs or whatever. So I just was like, why would I buy this? What I'm planning to do though is buy the CD, because I do have all Madonna's albums on CD, and I have like all the booklets and everything that I've kept, and the discs and everything. So I do think I'll buy it on CD, just because I'm a bit of a, no, I can't say I'm a completionist, because I don't have all the CD singles and stuff like that, and I don't do vinyl. But it's funny because it was number 1 on iTunes, and I think number 2 on the world iTunes chart for a few days or something. But apparently it only sold 3,200 units. And I'm like, oh. And it didn't make the Billboard 200. So that was disappointing, because I thought, well, it was number 1 on iTunes. It's got to make some appearance on Billboard. It's got to have sold some copies. And everyone was going on about how, Madonna's at number 1 again. And it's like, I think, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's a flop, she's a flop. All the Gaga people are, of course, jumping on it. But it wasn't a proper album. It wasn't even a remix album of of her latest album. It was a 28-year-old album that we all already have. It's just an official release of what's already out there. So there's not a lot of need. And they didn't even do a full release. It was released on vinyl, and that was limited. The only thing that wasn't limited was the digital copies, which is probably the least likely thing Madonna fans are going to buy, because a lot of Madonna fans collect the vinyls because they're old school, and then other ones who are going to want a physical copy, like CD, like me. So CDs were on pre-order, so they didn't even, it wasn't like a wide proper release where they released it on all formats at the same time. So they clearly either mismanaged it or just didn't care about the numbers or whether it looked good. Like people saying it wasn't done for the charts, it was done for the fans. I'm like, well, that's nice, but the charts are still paying attention, and people are looking at the charts, and the fact that Madonna's last album didn't even make the charts is a bad look for someone who's, in her 60s, and people are circling around her wanting her to retire or disappear. So having an album, releasing anything that wasn't destined to be successful is bad in the long run for her. So yeah. Now, I have a new policy with Madonna. I've decided I'm not going to say, if I have nothing good to say, I'm not going to say anything. So there was something else that Madonna did that was sort of in the news, that sort of came up. And, what it was. She basically just had a short video of her dancing to some music. And apparently she is getting ready to launch the new era. I think people are calling it M16. Some people are calling it M15 because they don't count I'm Breathless as an album, which obviously it is, so I'm going to say M16. But the talk is that she's filming a video and they're doing visuals, and I saw it and I was like, I have nothing to say. So so if I'll do a video about it's disappointing that Veronica Electronica didn't chart properly. I really thought it was going to. I was like, oh, that's nice. And if it doesn't chart big, well, it's an old remix album, so but not making the charts, I think that does make Madonna look bad overall. And the other thing I almost forgot to mention, was Dress You Up. It did, I've heard it did make the singles chart. I saw an article, and I thought it said it was number 35 on one of the singles charts. I was like, well, that's good. But I can't find it anywhere. And I Googled, and I went to Billboard, and I couldn't see it in the top 50. And when I tried to search, the app wasn't working, wouldn't let me search. And I looked for articles. I could find 1 million articles about how she was launching the single, and she was dedicating it to the Barbie designers. But I couldn't find anyone talking about how it actually did as far as digital singles, digital sales. So I heard it made the Billboard charts, but Veronica Electronica didn't. But I don't have the numbers for that, so I'm just going to leave it there. And as far as the other stuff, I've just decided with Madonna, if I don't have anything good to say, I'm not saying anything at all. So, because all I do is have fans tell me I'm not a fan, I'm a hater, if I criticise her. And yeah, so it's just best to say nothing about some things. So, and you can read that however you like, good or bad. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of Veronica Electronicas release, its slow rollout, the fact it didn't make the charts, and perhaps let me know what number Dress You Up got to.